basketball fans, welcome into Canada's home for talking hoops. This is the Hangout. I'm Akil Augustine. The regular season is over, and we now know who the Toronto Raptors have in the first round of the playoffs. It's the Orlando Magic. Heading out to Orlando eventually, since the Raps do have the home court advantage, will be the producer of the Toronto Raptors broadcast and a very happy alumnus of the Virginia National Champions.
Yeah.
Dang, Larry, congratulations, man.
UVA. Awesome.
He played 4 years.
He played all 4 years, even though he only went there for 2. A new member to the family on the final episode, Anson Henry, CBC Sports personality, one of the fastest men to ever touch the couches.
Yes.
Welcome to the family, buddy.
Appreciate it, man. Thanks for having me, man.
All right, and the wily old vet, you might know him from the grill room. You might know him from radio. You might know him from TFC. You definitely know him from the couch and the 905, Gareth Wheeler.
Happy to be here, buddy.
All right.
And I don't know who's faster than Anson. Like, he is the fastest.
I was fast. I
Hands
had
down.
to do a little something now. I was fast. The key word was.
All right, well, I was good at one point at something. I'm not anymore. But guess what? I'm a big Raptors fan. So I want to ask you guys, and I'll start with you, Anson, because I didn't get to ask you at the beginning of the year. Has your opinion changed at all about this group?
You know what? I would say that my opinion has changed in the way where I've kind of put the DeMar situation behind and just want to focus on Toronto winning. At the end of the day, Toronto's still on the jersey.
But are they more likely to win than or like, what was your prediction when you first saw this group hit the floor at the beginning of the year?
I was afraid of what we were going to get from Kawhi. Now, we got the numbers from Kawhi.
Okay.
But if you really look at it, the team hasn't really shown that they played well with him. I mean, out of the, we got 24 losses, I think around 18 of them, Kawhi was playing, which we have to take into account. Now, I know he's putting his numbers up, but how does the team play around
They're the
him?
second best team in the NBA.
They are the second best team in the NBA, I agree. But the record was still better last year with DeMar. And also, we've got a lot of players that got better.
Well,
you can't put it in the back of your mind.
It was one win better.
Siakam got way better this year. We've got Van Vliet that's playing a lot better this year. Ibaka stepped up this year. Jonas was playing well before we got rid of him.
But it hasn't amounted to wins.
It hasn't amounted to an insurmountable amount of wins.
I feel like I'm on crazy pills here because they had one less win. And if you want to talk about a team that is playoff ready and built for what's to come, it's this group. Last year's team, from the coach down through the team, they just didn't have the players that could grind it out in half-court sets like this group can. And let's put it this way. This was 82 games in preparation for what's to come from this
I don't
group.
think we've seen the full
That's what it is. Kawhi Leonard averaged 26 points. He averaged like
He got
8
his.
points better than anyone else on this team.
Definitely did.
I find it hard to nitpick where this team's at because it was all about getting to the playoffs healthy and in a good spot, and I think they're there.
Well, in hindsight, we can say the Raptors didn't do what they had to do last year, and we can predict to the future and say, well, Kawhi's going to get it done in the playoffs. But the team has not been playing well around him. We can't deny that. They have not been playing well.
58 wins isn't well.
Out of the 24 losses we have, 18 of them, roughly, Kawhi was playing.
So
let's do the
played
math.
60 games.
Let's do the math.
Okay,
21 games he missed.
Hang on. A lot of those losses with Kawhi playing, Kyle didn't play. Okay, so you didn't have the full complement. They had 22 different starting lineups this year, tops in the league. You also have a scenario where you lost some games at the buzzer. You lost some close games. The number of wins, I think, is utterly irrelevant this year, and it's only one less than last year. This is the best team the Raptors have ever had stepping into the playoffs, and the expectations should be through the roof right now.
Well, they better do it because next year, I don't know what's going to happen.
Well, that's true. The roster is completely up in the air for next
matter
year. But let's talk about who's the most valuable player for this Toronto Raptors team so far this season. Dan Gammon, I'll start with you because I really think it's 2 names. I want to see which one you go with.
Good question. I'm going to go with Pascal Siakam.
Oh, the third name, most valuable.
That's a good one.
I think the season he has put in, his breakthrough performance is the story of the year on the Toronto Raptors. We all knew he'd be better, but the production we've seen from him in the last, it's 22 games, averaging 20 points, 7 rebounds, hitting 40% from 3, blocked shots. I think he's the MVP of the team this year.
And the second one you were talking about was Kyle?
It
was Kyle, right?
Kawhi. Who's yours?
Well, you can't leave Kyle out because I look at how do you rally the troops?
Yes.
How does the team play around you? You cannot deny that Kyle is the leader. Kawhi might be the best player, but he's not. Are these guys really inspired around him? I mean, you have this guy sitting this much. Everyone in the locker room's dealing with injuries. Everyone's dealing with aches and pains, and this guy's getting to sit and rest his body. You don't think that has an effect?
But Kyle Lowry almost missed as many games through injury. Like
through an injury, not resting.
Yeah, there's no doubt. Yeah, but again, it's for the good of the team. He is an elite. He's a top 5 player in the NBA, and I think that he lifts the standard of everyone around him based upon how good he is.
So if you're the top 5 player in the NBA,
he leads by example, by playing on the court, by his defensive intensity. Yeah, but this is again for the good of the team. Like, I don't know why you're hung up on the regular season, because what we had with your boy DeMar DeRozan here in Toronto is regular season after regular season of really good years. But when come playoff time what would happen?
Check this
out.
What
would happen when DeMar DeRozan played in the
wins
playoffs
last year? With the Siakam we had this year, how many wins is that this year?
But come playoff time, what would you have had?
64, 65
I don't know why you're obsessed about regular season.
With the chemistry. How about, before we get bogged down by the regular season, let's save some time here to talk about the fact that the Toronto Raptors will match up with the Orlando Magic in the first round.
Good first round.
How do you see it playing out, Gareth?
It's a tough matchup. Orlando is the second best record in the NBA since the trade deadline, and they split the season series 2-2. Yeah. Danny Green needed a buzzer beater in the game, so I don't love the matchup. I'd rather the Raptors play the Pistons. No, I'm not worried. I would have rather had the Pistons because we all know what happens with Dwayne Casey coach teams come playoff time. Blake Griffin's banged out. And on top of that, the Brooklyn Nets would have been a better matchup as well, but I'm okay with Orlando. Just get tested early. This is still a matchup that the Raptors should win.
6, 5, 7?
Let's go 6.
6.
Yeah.
Anson, what's your prediction here?
I hope they can get out of the first round in 5. Because you want to save your legs for some of the bigger monsters in the East. It's not going to be easy second round on.
So is it good that Kawhi Leonard saved his legs over the regular season?
Well, everyone probably wanted to save their legs. everyone probably wanted to save their legs. What I'm saying is if I'm in the locker room with a guy, that's not inspiring to me. That you're resting.
Let's not get back to this argument. You've got Orlando.
He's bringing me back, man. He's bringing me back.
You've got Orlando, and you got Raptors in 5.
Yes.
Dan Gladman.
Yeah, I'm going to go Raptors in 5. It's not going to be easy. I think the games are going to be competitive, but let's be honest. The goal this year is the championship. The first round opponent, we can't care who it is. I don't care if it's Orlando. I don't care if it's Detroit. I don't care if it's Brooklyn. These guys, their target is the championship. They have championship experience. They've had years of heartbreak and disappointment to learn from. The team should be in a perfect position to win this series 5, 6 max, but I think they will do it in 5.
T. Ross, Weltman coming back. There's some connections there with the Raptors.
Yeah.
So.
Good stories.
I'm curious just to hear your opinion on this. How far do you see this Toronto Raptors team going this year?
Okay, talent-wise.
What? Wait,
let me explain. Talent-wise, we have a very, very good team. Chemistry-wise is what I'm worried about. Okay, now when we go ahead up, if we have to face Milwaukee, that's going to be a real problem. Because
you're going to have to face them to get somewhere.
And
because Milwaukee's a good team, not because there's chemistry issues. Yeah. The chemistry's been great the past month.
Exactly.
Come on.
I'm going to ask you to put your head on the block and give me conference, finals, semi.
I see us going to the finals.
NBA finals.
Okay, there you go.
We have what it takes to go to the finals.
Even with your concerns.
We have what it takes to get to the finals. I can't say we're going to get to the finals because Giannis is a monster. I'm sure we'll talk about Giannis later, but...
Oh, we will. We will. We got to talk about
Raptors are going to the finals.
I want to see us make it to the finals. If you have the talent to get to the finals, that's all I'm willing to say.
I think this is Dan's year, man. His team won the national championship. His team should
If Virginia can win the NCAA, the Toronto Raptors can win the Eastern Conference. I think they have everything going for them. Yes, there are about 3 other teams who are excellent teams. They're all problems. They're all competitive. But I think the Raptors have what it takes to knock off any of them in a 7-game series.
I'm with you.
All right.
I'm totally with you. That's the expectation. The bar has been raised. Let's see if they can get over it. That's
all right. Gareth provides the period. We provide the punch. Still more here to come on Canada's Home for Talking Hoops. Dwayne Wade messed around and got a triple-double in what will go down as his final NBA performance. And it was an epic one. The Banana Boat crew was out in full effect. We'll break it down when we return on Hangout.